Los Angeles Dodgers vs Detroit Tigers. The Dodgers are going through a rough stretch of baseball right now, where they've dropped 8 of their last 12 games. This includes getting swept by the Phillies during the midweek series 101, 4-3, 5-1. With that being said, Los Angeles still holds a comfortable 7-0 game lead over second-place San Diego in the NL West. The oddsmakers are still high on the Dodgers, pricing them at $320 to win the World Series. Those are the shortest odds in the market. For context, the Phillies are still right behind them at $500, even though they just swept them in 3 games. It has been a roller coaster ride of a season for the Tigers, but it appears they're back on the upswing as they've won 6 of their last 7 games. This includes breaking out the brooms against the Reds 5-4, 5-3, 5-1 before taking 3 of 4 from the Guardians W1-0, L9-8, W5-4, W101 in the midweek series. Despite the hot stretch of baseball, Detroit still sits 13.0 games off of Cleveland's first-place pace in the AL Central. As for the wild card, the Tigers are 6.5 games out of the final spot. Skubal has been phenomenal this year, but he's tasked with taking on a Los Angeles lineup that has been very good despite missing Mookie Betts. Over the last 14 days, the Dodgers are 7th in Fangraphs LRC 116 and 8th in WOBA .3330. Against lefties specifically, they're the league's best offense, sitting in first in both of those respective categories 128.348 over the full season. Even if Skubal turns in a respectable outing, Detroit's bullpen has slid into the middle of the pack statistically. They're 18th in bullpen era 4.14 and 14th in whip 1.25, which means Los Angeles should have chances to score late. I think it's worth a flyer on the plus money payout with the Dodgers in this spot. Los Angeles Dodgers money line. While I'm expecting the Dodgers to score enough to win the game, I don't think they'll go nuclear. They're running into arguably the best pitcher in the league in Tarik Skubal, who brings in a 2.37 ERA second and 0.90 whip first. At home, Skubal sees his ERA dip to 1.74, and he's also holding the opposition to a .176 batting average. On the flip side, James Paxton looked good in his most recent outing, limiting a dangerous Milwaukee offense to 2 earned runs over 5.0 innings. We don't have any good head-to-head data against Detroit, but it is worth mentioning the Tigers are still a bottom-tier offense. They're 25th in Fangraphs LRC 91 and 26th in WOBA .296 this year. The Tigers have the 28th ranked BABE .279, which is an important stat considering Paxton hasn't racked up a lot of strikeouts 6.2 K9 this year. Finally, Los Angeles bullpen is 3rd in ERA 3.30 and 2nd in WHIP 1.11. This total of 8.5 should probably be closer to 7.5 in my opinion, so this is an easy underbet for me. Take under 8.5 runs. Oakland Athletics vs Philadelphia Phillies. Oakland is 35-60 overall this season. The Athletics are in last place in the American League West Division. They are 17 games back of the Mariners for first place. Oakland is also 17.5 games back of a wild card place. Oakland has lost 4 of their last 6 games coming into Friday night. Philadelphia is 6-1-3-2 overall this season. The Phillies are in first place in the National League East Division. They have a 9.5 game lead over the Braves for first place. The Phillies also hold the best record in the sport by 3.5 games. Philadelphia has won 4 of their last 6 games too. There is a simple outlook to this game on Friday night. Don't try to overthink. The Phillies are the best team in the sport. They have one of the best offenses with them, hitting .260 from the plate and .266 at home. They are also hitting .264 against left-handed pitchers. They will do a lot of damage against the Athletics, who are starting Hogan Harris. Harris holds a 5.40 ERA against the National League. The Phillies' Ranger Suarez has a 1.83 ERA, and Philadelphia's 1.44 when he has started this season. Take Philadelphia Phillies minus 1.5 runs. The Phillies' offense is one of the best in the sport. They are hitting .266 at home and .264 against left-handed pitchers. They may put up enough runs themselves for the over to hit. I expect this to be a high-scoring game thanks to the Phillies and the best record in baseball. Take the over 8.5 runs. Now, before we continue, I would like to welcome you to High Stakes. My name is Brian. I'd like to ask your support. First, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss any of our daily betting videos. Second, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like. It really helps us reach more viewers. Now, before we dive in, for those interested in more premium betting tips and predictions, If our guidance has helped you win bets and increase your revenue, we would appreciate your support in growing this channel. Your assistance is vital in strengthening our presence on YouTube. Therefore, feel free to explore our Patreon tiers. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Thank you. Cleveland Guardians vs Tampa Bay Rays. At home, the Rays come into this one as a tight favorite, but recent history shows that Cleveland has a major advantage in this head-to-head rivalry, with the Guardians posting a dominant 7-3 record over their past 10 meetings. Despite the home field advantage, Tampa Bay is under .500 at Tropicana Field on the year, and with much more to play for and the experience advantage on the mound of Carlos Carrasco, this should be a statement-making win for Cleveland. Take Cleveland to win. In recent memory, this rivalry has been a shining example of this fantastic pitching staff, and while this one may not be the star-studded affair in recent times, the under in the past 10 head-to-head outings comes in at 6-4. For the Guardians, the over is 8-2 in their past 10, but the team has struggled offensively on the road as of late, with the team tallying just 14 runs in a 4-game set against the Tigers, with one of those games accounting for 9 of those. For the Rays, the under comes in at 6-3-1, with the team scoring 5 or fewer runs in 9 of those outings, with the team averaging 3.5 runs in their past 5 games played at home. Take the under 9 runs. New York Yankees vs Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore has been a solid bet throughout the 2024 season, winning at a 55.4% clip against the spread. The Orioles have won 4 of their last 5 games against the Yankees at Camden Yards, including 2 of 3 during their 3-game set there in May. Baltimore has also come out on top versus New York in 5 of their last 7 matchups overall. New York has struggled to hit against the Orioles' pitching staff recently, batting a lowly .2000 with a .335 ERA in their last 5 matchups. Yankees pitchers have also had a rough time while facing Baltimore batters recently, producing a 5.40 ERA against them in their prior 5 games. The Orioles' pitching staff ranks 6th overall in ERA at home with 3.41, so look for Baltimore to limit the Yankees' scoring opportunities throughout the contest. The Yankees have lost 7 of their previous 10 games played away from their home stadium. The Orioles have won 2 of their last 3 series at Camden Yards, including victories against tough competitors like the Braves and Philadelphia. They have played effectively at home in 2024, winning there at a 60.4% clip. The stats and trends strongly support a Baltimore victory at home in the first game of the series. Take the Orioles to win. 2 of the last 3 matchups between these two squads have gone over the run total, with 41 runners crossing the plate during their 3-game series in New York last month. Yankees hurlers have produced a bloated 5.40 ERA and 1.40 WHIP in their previous 5 games against the Orioles. The Yankees have the 7th highest batting average among their peers on the road, while Baltimore ranks 6th at home, so both teams have the tools to score quickly in bunches. The Orioles are ranked near the top of league in slugging percentage at home, so look for them to add a significant amount of runs to the score sheet. The Baltimore pitching staff has faltered at times recently, allowing 4 runs or more to their opponents in 3 of their last 4 games. The Orioles have gone over the run total in 3 of their prior 4 contests. Yankees opponents have exceeded 4 runs in 4 of their last 6 contests. Most signs point to a higher scoring affair in Baltimore on Friday. Take the over 9 runs.